All right, all right. So after a it's been about a good 3 weeks. Uh, we are back. We are back with part three of the Villains game show I created through ChatGPT. If I'm speaking a little lower than usual, it's because my better half is in the other office working. So I want to be respectful of that because her job is very important. With that said, if you guys can see, last we left off. Um, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I had successfully banished someone. Yep, and Mr. Sinister burst into laughter. So, the current status report out of, I think it was out of 25 contestants, my character is still in it. Uh, there are 19 of us remaining. Uh, Myself and my two co-conspirators were we're all still in. Like none of them have been caught. There are 16 truth seekers left, of course. Zero minions. I haven't made an offer to anybody to become a minion or to join us. And as it stands right now, the prize pot is $20 million. So, which I've been whittling away at with my I would say brilliant tactician style moves. Um, but like I said, with that said, let's see what the next move is. So, I've got five options right now. Um, And just for those of you who may have forgotten, my character's name is Nikki. I was paired up with her at random by ChatGPT, so she's an actress, and it's actually come in handy because she's really good at persuading people to do things, and it's made it very smooth to not only manipulate the truth seekers, but also the other two villains. It's been very easy to get them to do things. So let's see. Um, Option one, offer Stella a minion pack. She's now full of guilt and confusion. Two, frame Tasha next by planting a page from Grant's notebook in her belongings. Three, let Mark stir suspicions towards the judge, Harold Kane. Four, plant tomorrow's challenge sabotage with Dr. Zen. Or five, hold back and let the others begin eating themselves. Ah, this would be a lot easier. See, the problem is it's been so long since I played that I'm trying to remember everything that happened. I think Stella was on to me. One of them was on to me, and I think I got her banished. Um, she's full of guilt and confusion. I'm not going to offer a minion pact because that guilt and confusion could turn into anger real quick, and her guilt can be a double-edged sword. So I'm not going to do that. Frame Tasha next by planting a page from Grant's notebook in her belongings. That's a bit risky because I can get caught. Let Mark stir suspicions towards the judge, Harold Kane. That tactic has been used more than once, and I think someone will catch on to it. Plan tomorrow's challenge, sabotage with Dr. Zen, or five, hold back and let the others begin eating themselves. So I think right now, I think letting them eat themselves is probably the safest bet. You choose silence as your sword. The greatest performers know when to exit stage left and let the drama breathe. As night blankets the game in velvet black, you withdraw, watch, listen, and let the paranoia you planted fester. The house devours itself. Tasha sits up late, staring at the fire, haunted by the role she played in Grant's banishment. What if he really was innocent? Stella avoids her completely, visibly shaken. She starts spending time with Harold Kane, the judge, seeking stability. And see the judge. Some of these people they have special abilities, and so I can't remember what the judge's special ability is, but I think he's a risky. He's one I gotta watch. Um, Dr. Zen offers cryptic condolences. Guilt is a mirror. You either face it or smash it. Yeah, that wasn't smart. That wasn't a smart thing to say, Dr. Zen. Mark fans subtle flames. We could have banished a villain, or we just handed them a win. Either way, someone in this group played us all. And all the while you say nothing, just the occasional nod, a sympathetic glance, a perfectly timed sigh. Midnight. A note appears. In the middle of the great table sits a folded black envelope. Quote, the lines blur, the puppets dance. Tomorrow the challenge will test what remains of your trust. Let's see who falls next. Mr. Sinister. You walk away with the moonlight glinting off your actor's eyes. The mastermind no one suspects. What's your next move, Nikki? So, what is the next move now? Hmm. Target Tasha Vane next. She's cracking some guilt. She's cracking from guilt. Offer a minion pack to Stella before someone else does. Push a narrative that Harold Crane might be too calm to be trusted. Began planting anonymous notes throughout the house to spread confusion. Suggest a villain team meeting to coordinate an even larger betrayal. Hmm. I think it's best to let, I don't know. Tasha's the one that's on to me, if I remember correctly. It might be a good idea to get her up out of there. Offer a minion pack to Stella before someone else does. Well, if one of the others offer her a minion pack, I mean, it's gonna benefit me anyway. But I don't want any minions right now. Push a narrative that Harold Crane might be too calm to be trusted. Nah, I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Not just yet. Especially when he really hasn't done anything. Began planting anonymous notes throughout the house to spread confusion or suggest a villain team meeting. I think it's best to let's coordinate a meeting. You signal the others with a silent gesture near the fireplace. The three-finger flick behind the curtain of your hair. It's the agreed upon cue. Time for a full villain conclave. Late night to Blood Room. The hidden chamber behind the east wing bookshelf glows red again. You, Mark Ashcroft, and Dr. Zen sit at the round table, the air thick with tension and triumph. Three eliminations down, 5 million lost to sabotage, and the truth seekers are chasing shadows. I have to admit, it is working out pretty good. Mark smirking. They're falling apart, and we haven't even burned the roof yet. Dr. Zen quietly. Teresa's collapse was elegant. Grant's banishment, operatic. But we need another fracture point, an explosion this time, something loud. Nikki Vile, which is me, agreed. It's time to turn the house against each other, not just a person. A full paranoia cascade. And I have a few ideas. So I've got four options on the table. Whispers of a double agent. Nikki will falsely confess to Stella that she's a villain trying to turn over a new leaf, planting the idea that Mark is actually trying to use her. This introduces mistrust inside the villain team, but only in the minds of others. The judge's verdict. Mark will anonymously leak that Judge Harold Crane has been watching people vote and secretly keeping track of who sided with whom, implying he's the true mastermind and must be watched. Dr. Zen's ghost. Dr. Zen will write a cryptic philosophical notes. He'll write cryptic philosophical notes and leave them hidden all over the camp. Quotes like the wolf among us wears white. This psychological game will haunt more fragile contestants like Tasha or the comic artist's closest allies. Trial by fire. The next challenge will be sabotage to frame a minion that doesn't exist. Nikki will forge a secret alliance note found near the challenge wreckage, implying someone is working with the villains. It doesn't matter who gets blamed, the group will turn on each other. Hmm. Well, number one is definitely out. I'm not telling anybody that I'm a villain. Mm, The judge, that might work. That might work. The other two choices, there's ways that that could come back on me, especially if there's full paranoia going on. See, I could be targeted too, and so could my co-conspirators. So number three is out. Um, I'm gonna frame a minion that doesn't exist. Let's see what happens. You smile, subtle, wicked, Emmy-worthy. A fake traitor, a forged alliance, a broken machine. Let the true seekers tear themselves apart hunting a ghost. Operation Phantom Minion. You act under the cover of darkness, crafting every piece like a prop in your own private horror film. Step 1, the forged note. You take an unused parchment from the challenge chest, write a slightly altered version of Stella's handwriting. We move again tomorrow after the sabotage. I'll keep pushing them to vote out Tasha. I've already got two people on board. Don't worry, they'll never know I'm with you. M. You leave the note half burned and buried under overturned debris near the challenge prep station. Step 2. Sabotage the challenge device. Tomorrow's challenge is called the Balance of Truth, a massive seesaw puzzle requiring contestants to shift weights evenly while solving riddles. You loosen the key axis bolt on one end of the seesaw so it looks in place after a single shift, rendering success impossible unless someone notices and manually repairs it mid-challenge. 3. Step 3, create a trail. You smear a bit of red chalk taken from the prop storage on Tasha Vane's bag, the same color used to forge the note's ink. Then on a nearby rock you scroll in rough letters, "The minion hid among you," and let it sit like a curse. Morning, challenge day. The truth seekers gather for balance of truth. The challenge breaks halfway through, the puzzle fails, no money earned. As they clean up, Stella gasps, "What the hell is this?" She holds up a half-burned note. Harold Crane, the judge. That's a confession. Someone's working with the villains. Tasha, wait. What does that M stand for? Mark? Me? Nikki? Dr. Zen quietly grilling. Paranoia is the strongest player now. Paranoia ignites. Everyone is watching everyone. The red chalk, the signature, the sabotage. Mr. Sinister thrilled. There is no minion, and yet they are hunting one. Delicious. What's your next move, Nikki? So, what can I do now? Suggest that Tasha is the minion, referencing the red chalk. Publicly support Mark while secretly pushing suspicion onto him. Tell Stella you believe in her, then slowly isolate her from others. Claim you found a second note with Dr. Zen's name on it. Call a group meeting and pretend to apologize for not speaking up sooner about the minion rumor. Mm. One forces me to stay out of the middle of the pack with an accusation. That means Tasha. Two throws one of my partners under the bus. Three, I tell Stella I believe her, then slowly isolate her from others. Four throws my other partner under the bus. And five is just kind of wacky. I'm not going to call a group meeting and apologize. Mm, mm, I'm going to have to, I'm going to bite the bullet on this one. I got to go after Tasha. Time to light the match. And Tasha Vane, the trembling, guilt-ridden therapist, will be the next to burn. And that's crazy. She's a therapist, too. And this might work against me, but we'll see. You wait for the exact moment. The group is gathered, tensions high, rereading the forest letter, circling theories like vultures. Then you lean forward, voice soft but certain, just enough for everyone to hear. "Nikki Vile." I don't want to say anything, but I noticed red powder on Tasha's bag this morning. That's the same color of the ink in the note. Eyes swing to Tasha. She freezes. Stella. Wait, you what? Mark, playing dumb. Could that be Chalk from the game room? Who else has access to that area? Dr. Zen, innocently. Only a few of us were in the West Hall last night. But yes, Tasha was one of them. Tasha, nervous. You can't seriously think I'd write that note. I've been trying to keep us together. Harold Crane. Or maybe that's exactly what a minion would do. She's cracking again. Her voice raises, her hands tremble. She can feel the air leaving her lungs. Tasha, desperate. I'm not a minion. You're all being manipulated. Someone planted that. You offer only a subtle frown, a sympathetic head tilt. Nikki Vile. I'm not accusing, I'm just saying what I saw. We all want the truth, right? The trap is set. The group starts murmuring. Suspicion spreads. No one trusts Tasha now. Even Stella, who was close to her, keeps her distance. Mr. Sinister, chuckling from his shadow throne. Oh, she bleeds. I do love when the audience turns on their favorite character. So what now? Push for Tasha's banishment during the next vote? Offer Stella the minion pact while she's reeling? Quietly suggest to Mark that Harold Crane might become too influential soon? I don't know if I need to do all that. I can just banish him. I can just quote delete him, if you will. Hmm. Sabotage Tasha's performance in the next challenge to seal her fate. Leak a second forged note fragment into Dr. Zen's belongings to further confuse loyalties. Mm, I think one is solid. It's a solid plan. I think four is a solid plan. Um, I think two is a bad idea, and five is a bad idea. So my choice is going to be between one and four. Hmm. Let's. I don't want to wait. Let's try to see if we can get her banished. The hour of reckoning draws near, and Nikki Vile sharpens her performance to a blade. The group is fractured. Suspicion has bloomed like rot, and Tasha Vane stands alone on an invisible island of doubt. Banishment ceremony night 6. Mr. Sinister steps into the torchlight, eyes gleaming with glee. Quote, how lovely the silence grows until the knives come out. Let's cast away our next unfortunate soul, shall we? Hold on just a second. Hey, sorry about that, folks. I am back. The votes are whispered, one by one. They all voted Tasha. Everybody's voting Tasha. She turns slowly devastated. Tasha, heartbroken. You're all being played, but I hope you figure it out before it's too late. Bye bye, Tasha. Bye, Felicia. The floor beneath her opens. She falls into darkness. Tasha Vane, banished. Mr. Sinister, delighted. Oh dear, another loyal soul discarded. How clumsy. The villains must be thrilled. He winks at you. Prize pool 19 million. Villains remaining 3. Minions 0. Truth Seekers 15. Trust in ruins. The house is in chaos. No one knows who's next. You, Nikki Vile, have become the unshakable center of the storm. What's your next move? So I think I'm going to leave it here. I will probably come back later and do another video and pick up where I am leaving off. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. I wanted to get something out, and like I said, I'll put out some more content tonight. Um, another update. The AI series that I was doing. I'm gonna get back to it. It's a far more daunting task than I anticipated. It takes a lot to really get that thing together. It may sound like it's not, but it is, and it's you know there's more things that I want to do to it that would it'll just take so much more work. So we'll see. But anyway, with that said, thank you guys for joining me. I am Lawrence Knight, and this is Nice Lore. I will see you later.